Good day, hustlers. This is your boy, better yet your man, Markel Prines, MrRVADelivered.com, the entrepreneur that all the gurus will soon learn to hate. And I'm not going to give you the full intro right now. I'll give that to you later. But in this video right here, I'm going to do a quick review of one of my favorite programs, one of my favorite digital marketing programs for income at home. It's called the OLSP system. Now, instead of me just giving what I consider my unbiased opinion on this awesome system, I'm going to go to one of the most trusted sites online, which is Trustpilot. Now, on this site, they actually have a section where there's been some reviews done on this actual system. Now, it's not a lot of reviews done on this system. It only shows that there's 9. But as you can see from here, the average rating is a 3.5. Now, that's not horrible, but it's not great either. So what we're going to do, we're going to listen to what these people have to say about the system, and I'm going to give my own personal opinion of what I think. So let's get to it. Okay, you guys, so for starters, once again, let me just reiterate that it says here that it's a 3.5% rating on the OLSP Academy system. Now, 5 stars, 67% of the 9 people, then 1 star, 33%. So it looks like it was no in between with any of these people. Either they loved the system or they absolutely hated the system, which is okay with me, but let's scroll and see exactly what they had to say about this system. All right, so looking at this right here, this is a recent review. So this was on September 14th, 2023, and it is October 9th, 2023. So this is really new. So this gentleman right here, Fred Smith, he gave a 1-star review of the OLSP system, and let's read exactly what he has to say. OLSP looks like a Ponzi scheme. OLSP has all the characteristics of a Ponzi MLM pyramid scheme. The main focus is to recruit new members and get them to upgrade by buying new tools, training, and services from OLSP. If you recruited that person, then you can earn a commission. You forgot one word. You are heavily encouraged to upgrade by buying OLSP in-house products, a big red flag and a characteristic of a MLM scheme. Now that right there is no red flag to me, because every company that I know of has a product that they want to sell and promote. So if they ask you to upgrade, what's the problem? Everything that I do online usually comes with either a free trial temporarily and then the option to upgrade later on. But this system here is absolutely free and you don't have to upgrade. You can actually learn from the free trainings and move forward. And when you start earning the income, then you can upgrade to the other products that'll help you generate more income. Pretty standard to me. Okay, so the cycle continues. More members, more upgrades, more commissions. You have to upgrade to make any real money from the new members that you recruit. If you ask any real questions about the system in the Facebook group, your posts are deleted and you are banned. Okay, so let's talk about those things there. So when it comes to the more members, the more upgrades, the more commissions, that's pretty standard to me in all other systems. If you invite more people to join the awesome system that you're a part of and you get paid when they upgrade, then that sounds like a fair exchange. It's like anybody with a referral program. If you refer somebody and that company promises that they're going to pay you if you refer this person and they make a purchase and they actually do, then where's the scam? There's no scam in that. It's part of doing a business, an online business. Second thing, When you ask questions about the system in the Facebook group, your posts are deleted and you are banned. Now, me personally, I've been a member of the OLSP system for over a year now. I believe it's an awesome system. I've been a part of the Facebook group also from the beginning. Now, I've never been banned for anything that I've posted. And me personally, honestly, I'm the type of person where, I want to build my own community. So I don't expect to be able to come up in somebody else's house, so to speak, and, say whatever it is that I want to say and, speak out of term or whatever, and expect that the people who run that particular house, so to speak, is going to be cool with it and allow me to stay there. I expect to get kicked out if some of the things that I might be saying may be, out of line. Now, when it comes to asking questions about the system and getting banned, I've seen plenty of people ask questions about the system and either someone helps them, gives them an answer, and the next week they're right back, either with a post of their own or, asking other questions to help themselves get going and get better in the system. Now, what I will say is this. Me not being the type of person that really likes to, post on other people's groups, which this group right here, it does belong to the OLSP system or OLSP Academy, or you could say it belongs to Mr. Wayne Crowe, who's the owner of the system. Now, he has every right to allow whatever comments that he wants on the Facebook page. If he doesn't like the comments, then he have every right to delete the comments. Now, me personally, if I saw something, and honestly, if I've seen something on some posts of mine personally that I don't like, then of course I'm going to delete that person. I may not ban them completely, but I may delete the message if it's not, if it's not productive. If it's designed to basically hurt the community or cast doubt about a system that's actually legit. Now, if you're there asking a legitimate question and you get banned for asking a legitimate question, I haven't seen that happen to anyone. But of course, I don't keep track of everybody that posts in that personal Facebook group. And they also have a private Facebook group for the dominators. And those are the people that's a part of the dominator group. Those are the people that have upgraded from the free plan to the $90 a month plan or $99 a month plan. They are part of a tight-knit group community. And I'll say this, once when I joined and I upgraded to become a dominator, it is what it is. I joined the personal trainings, the weekly trainings. I participated, I asked questions, I, gave my own personal opinions, and I didn't feel any type of, bias towards me. Like nobody wanted me to input, nobody wanted me to ask a question. Everybody there seemed pretty welcoming. Now, I will say this, when it comes to the Facebook group, there's been a couple of instances where I've posted in response to someone asking a question, and I thought that I was being helpful, and I provided what I believe was the answer to that question. And then I got a comment under my comment, basically saying that I was, incorrect in what I was saying. And later on, the person, they actually messaged me. We discussed it in Messenger, and they actually, they apologized for what they perceived or what they thought that I was giving false information. And honestly, the message that they sent to the person was the exact thing that I told the person, but for whatever reason, they were confused by my message and thought that I was saying something else. But once when I explained and they actually saw what it was that I wrote, they understood. Now, with that said, me personally, I don't really like too much, back and forth with people. If I go somewhere and, where I'm from, if you go somewhere you don't feel comfortable, somebody gives you a sly look or something like that, somebody steps on your feet or whatever, then you act accordingly. Either you don't be bothered with that person, or you don't go to that place again, because you know there's a potential that, hey, somebody might step on your toes, somebody might say something, and depending on the type of person you are, you might be tempted to react in a certain way. Now, me personally, I'm one of those type of people that's tempted to react in a certain type of way. So if you don't talk to me nice from the start, I really don't try to give you too many more opportunities to do it again, because that situation right there may not end too well. But that's just me. But overall, when it comes to the Facebook group, I haven't had any problems in there. I've seen plenty of people post, ask questions, and the community is very helpful. Now, moving on. It's like a cult. Those who are in and making money off the new sucker members are brainwashed into thinking it's a real business. They just drink the Kool-Aid and won't accept it's a Ponzi scheme. So there you have it, a real review of OLSP. Also, the main man owner who promotes this looks and talks like a scammer, appears on video in what looks like a dark underground basement. Maybe that is why he looks like he has not had a shower for 2 weeks. Now that right there, they said everything in that part right there that leads me to believe that they're no more than just a hater. They use all of the terms that you would hear a hater use. They use all of the terms that you would hear a person who really doesn't understand the type of system that they're involved in. They sound like the type of person that gets upset when things don't go their way, when a system isn't, one click here and then I'm making money, or if things just isn't direct and straight to the point for them. And then to look at how they personally attack the owner, saying about his appearance and about his man cave. Now, Mr. Wayne Crowe, I've had the opportunity to speak with him myself. So I can say honestly that he's none of those things that was just mentioned in here. Now, the man cave, or the underground basement that this gentleman speaks about, is actually Wayne's man cave. He's a big fan of Batman, so he has like Batman style replicas and things like that in his man cave. Now, it's not brightly lit, it is a dim setting, but Mr. Crowe himself, he's from, I don't know exactly where he's from, but I'd say the UK. He has an English accent, which was something at first, when I first heard him, that's the first thing that caught my attention, his accent. Now, besides having an accent, I don't consider people with accents scammers. He doesn't sound like a scammer to me. Actually, from watching the videos and personally speaking with him, he sounds like a gentleman that's honestly out to help his community. Now, when it comes to how this gentleman looks, Mr. Crowe, he comes on looking like a human being. He looks like a person. He looks like, the average everyday person. He doesn't look like he's crazy. He doesn't look, sick or anything like that. He doesn't look like what this comment is kind of trying to depict him out to be. So this leads me to believe that this particular comment or review here, it goes a little bit deeper. It seems like it has some type of personal tones, undertones, or issues that this individual may have had personally with someone within the system itself. Might not have gotten everything that he felt he should have gotten out of the system, but that's with anything. You only get out something what you put into something. So with that right there, it says date of experience was September 7th, and this was updated on the 14th. So he updated it 7 days after that. So with that, I'm going to move on to the next, review. This right here kind of got me going because from someone, if someone was to read this not knowing what the system is actually about, they would think that this was possibly the worst system ever and that the owner themselves was a bad person and all those kind of things. But me being somebody that's actually a part of the system, I've seen none of this. Besides the situations that I said that happened to me personally, those weren't issues with Mr. Wayne Crowe. Those weren't issues with the system itself. That was an issue between me and another affiliate who, it was just a misunderstanding. Keep looking at this line here that says it's like a cult. And all I got to say about that is most things are like a cult. But people use the word cult as a bad term. When he says cult, immediately I think of, dark caves, people with hoods and, all kinds of crazy things looking to sacrifice people. And that's what a lot of people who may read this kind of interpret it as. But it's nothing like that. It's people from all walks of life, all around the world, who've come together to be a part of a system, to be a part of a journey with like-minded individuals looking to all earn an income from home and provide for themselves and their families. And Mr. Wayne Crowe has provided that system here. And to be honest with you, after being in this industry for over 10 years, this system is like a breath of fresh air for me, being able to be a part of something that teaches actual skills. And I think that's one of the biggest issues with a lot of people. They want instant gratification so badly that when they can't get that, when it's not just a one-button solution, then everything becomes a scam, a scheme, a cult. The person that was once good looking to you, a nice person to you, they all of a sudden become a scammer. They live in the dark underground basement. They look like they hadn't had a shower. This is the things that people do to each other when they have some type of, emotional attachment to whatever situation has occurred and happened to them in their lives. Whether it's due to the direct effect of the system itself, who knows? I'm not sure what this gentleman has experienced, but I would say that it's not a common experience. I'm going to end this review right here real quick and just invite you guys to test the system out for yourself. Like I mentioned, it's absolutely free to join and learn and go through the whole academy itself so that you can see if this is the right place for you, to see if this is where you want to continue your digital marketing or affiliate marketing journey. They have great products and services. Every week, Wayne gets on and does a real, actual training where he teaches you necessary skills in order to be successful. And that's provided to the whole group free. Whether you're a paid member or a free member, you get access to be a part of the trainings and learn from someone who's been in the industry for years and has made millions. And I honestly believe that he's out for the benefit of everybody involved. Now, the fact of the matter is this also: everybody's not going to succeed in everything. I personally myself, I kind of look at college as being somewhat of a scam, as being somewhat of a Ponzi scheme. And that's for my own personal reasons. Now, you may hear that and say that I'm crazy for thinking that. But if everything that he says in this review about the OLSP system, I can apply that to college. I've been to some dark places in the colleges that look, dim underground dark basements. I've been around a couple of college professors that look like they hadn't showered in a while and they sound like scammers. I've seen plenty of people, and I've looked at the statistics that show that the majority of people that go to college, whether they get a degree or not, they do not end up working in the field of their profession that they got the degree in. So and they still have to pay back student loan debt for something that they end up not using in the end. So a lot of people might call that a scam, but it's how you look at things, how you interpret things, and it's actually, more importantly, it's all about what you do when you become a part of whatever system you decide to become a part of. Now, with that, I'm going to end this video, and in the next coming videos, I'm actually going to show you some of the Academy trainings so you can see how it actually works. You can see the dark underground basement that this gentleman mentioned. You can see or hear, well, see and hear the supposed scammer, the person who hadn't showered for 2 weeks, and you'll be able to see this person for yourself, and you can make that determination as to, is this a legit, valid review, or is this somebody that, might have another agenda? So with that, have a great rest of your day.
What if you had an extra $13,000 in your bank in just 10 days from now? What kind of impact would that have on your life? Better yet, what if you had the skills, tools, and know how to repeat this process, and bring in mega paydays like this on a regular basis? Now that really would be life-changing, right? And the cool thing is, this is not just theory. Real people are earning big commissions just like Albert. If you want to learn how to get these type of results, click the link below, and in the words of our CEO, skills pay bills. Get you some.